Hello, everybody. Welcome to a in-between session slash side slash.
Hello.
We're back.
Hello. We are.
So we're going to see what happened to poor Joeseph or Isabella Richards Corbin.
What did he say his name was again? Oh my god.
No clue. Somebody go run to the notes.
It was Isabella Richards, and then it was Isabella Rodriguez.
Ah, yes.
Either way, we get to see what happens after he decided to go with the very trustworthy Miss Flowers for that hotel option.
To be fair, can you blame him? Look at me. Look at my arms. So much to cuddle.
So beefy.
Yup. So, just as a forewarning, much like the previous side session, it's gonna be a little gruesome. So please be careful, please.
There will be incidences of body horror, violence.
Body horrors? Yes, please.
Yes, lots of shenanigans. So, this is probably going to be in the M category, so if that's not your thing, move on.
This is not for you.
Exactly. So, with that out of the way, let's set the scene. Tatters, you are at your GP, your general practice. You're taking a break in between seeing quote-unquote clients. When you get a phone call, and it is one of the Sagano grunts. Usually the one that is, for lack of a better term, Lily's gopher. If Lily needs something in between work and stuff, this gopher will go for it and get stuff. He lets you know that Miss Flowers would like your assistance with something at her playroom.
You have been cordially invited for a play date with Miss Lily Flowers.
Very well. I will get my best on and I will get some equipment ready. I will be there shortly.
All right. So we'll jump over to Lily. Would you like to describe what Joeseph Corbin, or first off, are you knocking Joeseph Corbin out before you get into the playroom?
I think a blindfold him. That's fine. Gets the blindfold treatment.
Do you want to try and charm your way into getting him to wear it willingly?
Kind of, actually.
All
okay.
Right.
Mr. Richards.
Yes.
As your hotel specialist, trust me when I say that your experience is in my hands and it will be the best experience you ever have in New Orleans. But are you in for a little bit of adventure?
I'm always the one for adventure.
So, she pulls a little hanky, whatever, from pocket. So, there's this little thing we like to do for newcomers, if they're into it, where I have the perfect hotel lined up for you based on your specifications. But would you like it to be a surprise?
Yes, my lady. Surprise me.
So, with his permission, his consent, Lilith will blindfold Mr. Richards.
This is quite a nice blindfold. What is this? Merino wool?
Oh, no, nothing that special. If I wanted something like that, they'd take it out of my paycheck.
Ah.
Up, watch your step.
Oh, thank you. My frail bones could not handle much falling to the concrete.
And just to interrupt, just to provide some context here, Joseph Corbin has dressed up as a workman with flannel shirt, slacks, slightly messed up hair, and a very beautiful, crappily drawn mustache.
One thin line.
Yup.
Hmm.
Anyways, continue.
So since he's blindfolded, she will take him to the playroom.
All right, would you like to describe the playroom?
All right. So she's gonna kind of have him by the shoulders, lead him up. Like when she's passing by her usual grunts, she kind of does like a shh motion. You're like, don't run the secret, or else.
Brent just nods, opens the door.
And then once that is taken care of, Javis, she helps him. Oh man, where do I want to put him? I think she'll put him in her specialty dental chair. It's been a while since we've used that. Be like,
What
all
a
right.
comfortable chair.
I know. It's the finest luxury. Now put your hands here, sir.
Am I getting a manicure?
Yes, sir. It's the New Orleans finest.
I expected this treatment.
Yes, of course, only the best for our only the best services for our loyal customers.
I heard the people down south were polite, but I didn't know it got this much.
So tell me, Mr. Richards, as she straps this first one in kind of loosely so he doesn't freak out yet. Where'd you say you were from?
Panics.
Roll me a knowledge.
Oh, shoot. All right.
What's that?
Sorry, I have to. I got a 4.
All right, you remember you're from Montana. He's an optometrist. He's visiting his auntie who lives in a shack.
I'm from the great state of Montana. Yes, up northwest, they would say from here.
You know, I've been to Montana. What's it like?
Very cold, my dear, let me tell you.
I would like to strap down the second wrist, please.
Go ahead.
Very cold. How cold is cold? Like
Well,
30 degrees, 60 degrees.
well, what you southerners call cold, it's probably a lot colder up there, trust me.
You're a real funny guy, Mr. Richards.
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it.
Okay, now don't you worry now. You remember how we were talking about you getting a manicure and a well, congrats. I just heard in from the big boss herself. You're getting a pedicure too. What a lucky fella. Gets his leg in there.
I must warn you.
Really
I must warn you, I haven't changed my suction a bit. It might be a little much for the nostrils.
Oh, don't worry. I'm used to smelling strong odors. I'm sure it'll be fine.
You do work in the hotel business. I'm sure those sheets aren't exactly clean.
Thankfully, I'm not a maid.
No?
All right, here's the first one. Zip. All right, let's get that second one. Zip.
Ooh, that's It's a little tight.
Just a little bit, and want to make sure you don't wiggle away. Got to keep you where you at so we can get a real good pedicure out of it.
That's fair, I guess.
Would you guys like to roll me spot hiddens, please?
Yes. I got a 19.
I got 37.
All right. Did I say spot hidden or did I say listen?
You said spot hidden.
You said spot hidden.
Okay. Wow, brain cells. Hello. Okay.
I mean, I passed regardless.
Yeah,
so.
you passed regardless. So I meant to say listen because you can hear that there is a very polite knock at the door. The door kind of doing that soft open a little bit. Lily, you can see that it's one of the guys who guards the door. He's kind of poking his head in and is mouthing, Tatters is here.
Oh, so send him in immediately.
Is that the nail tech?
Yes, absolutely. She says it obnoxiously loud. It is very much the nail tech and our general massage therapist. He just does it all. You can call him Doc.
I'm quite excited to feel limber. I don't know why we're shouting.
Doc, do you come in?
I do. Walk in, carrying my usual doctor's bag with a few extra little boxes. I rest them down at the table. Go towards Lilith. I heard you required my assistance.
Absolutely, Doc. You see here, and she goes behind the chair and she puts her hand on Joseph's shoulders and she kind of gives him a nice firm squeeze. And you see here, Mr. Richards, aka Joseph Corbin the second, was a little bit disrespectful.
Who's that? I've never met him.
Was being a little bit disrespectful to our boss. And, well, he didn't heed her first warning, so we get to have a little bit of fun.
I would hardly call a massage fun, but...
I see.
And I think, what was it? Snapping fingers. Oh, yeah, I had the boys go down to his place. They should be showing up any moment now. I hear he's a musician, Tatters.
I've never played a bit of music in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, so you don't know what, you don't know Fugue in D minor? Or
No.
Fugue? You don't know Beethoven? You don't know you don't know the name of that song that goes da 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 da. She's like drumming her fingers along his shoulders with it. Da da da.
I don't know that song.
Are you sure? I mean, I feel like I know the name of that song, Tatters. It's just on the tip of my tongue. What is it called?
I would know. I've never been next to a musical instrument in my life.
Come now. No need to be shy with such slender fingers. Well placed for the... Seems like saxophone. Tell me, how many years have you played? I can see at least 12 on here.
I've never been near a saxophone before. I'm from Montana. I live in the woods. I've chopped trees. Maybe it's axe placement you're seeing.
We have a nice little program for those who use axes as well. Be a shame, though. It is a little rough on the wrists.
I don't think that's proper procedure for a manicure.
Oh. But
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a very special one. I think you'll like it. I'm going to get my equipment ready now.
Hey,
So- Lilith's gonna drag her. She's got a wheelie stool. She's gonna drag it over to sit next to him. Like, so, Mr. Richards.
that's my name.
Do you want to keep playing this game or do you want to cut the shit? I can do either. I'm in a very good mood today.
I don't know what game you're talking of.
Well, the game is called Body Mutilation.
That's not a
Wow.
pedicure.
That's the code name for it. But, I mean, if you give us a really, really good, sincere apology. Tatters, do you think she would accept a really, really sincere apology if we gave her a call?
Depends. It puts on a glove. How would you apologize, Mr. Corbin?
All right, listen, fellas. I'm gonna drop the act. I'm scared.
I'm sure you are.
Fantastic. That's just what I love to hear.
Now, listen. I feel as though even if I tried, my tiny little bones could not escape what you have put me in. I don't know. Is it possible I could make an apology?
Oh, I think it is.
And can we call that nice lady at the tourist place, please?
Tatters, I'm so torn because we could play. We could have the boys go get the stuff. She did say I could do whatever I wanted.
It'd be such a shame. Wasted opportunity to work on a musician.
I know. I've been thinking about it all the way over here, what I could do. I mean, do I break his knuckles? Do I cut his fingers open? And I mean, I do need more knuckles for my knuckle bone collection. So do I take his knuckles, just fillet his little skin off and then, snip those little ligaments and pull his bones straight out of his fingers? Or do I take his teeth or maybe cleft his lip a little bit? Then he can't play the reed instruments at all. Do I puncture his eardrum? There's so many ideas, Tatters.
Indeed. I knew that we were gonna have a nice little play date, so I brought a little something extra. If you would like to take a look in the box.
The stool rips off from behind her. You hear squeak, 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 as she rushes over to investigate what's inside Tatters' mystery box.
All right. It's not a big box, but it is about the size of a football. A little clasp around it. It says R's and R's, medical and dental equipment.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. And inside is a set of 3 C-shaped plates with holes on the side of them, and on each of the plates have protruding prongs to them. And right next to where all the plates are is a fine reel of very strong wire. Tell me,
Okay.
have you ever wired a man's jaw shut?
Me?
I don't believe I have, Tatters. But
I
maybe we could call his dad.
Ooh.
Give him those last little I'm so sorry, Dad, that I embezzled from you. I'm a really bad son and I'm a disappointment.
I never did that.
Hmm.
Oh? You didn't?
No.
Well, you sure you don't want to call you Daddy anyways?
Yes. Let's call my father, please.
Or do you want to call Miss, our boss first? You can give her a nice apology.
Can I get both?
Tatters, do you want to play rock, paper, scissors to see which one we call first?
Very well.
All right. If you win, we'll call Dad. If I win, we call boss. We do it on shoot, though. You ready?
I think
Rock,
the proper rules state
paper.
that you go on the last that you go on scissors. Actually,
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, you guys can
Well,
both
are you ready?
you guys can both roll a D100, and whoever's lower wins.
I rolled a 27.
I rolled a 2.
All right.
You beat my paper. And we're calling Daddy.
All right, go ahead and roll me a luck, Joeseph Corbin.
let's see if he picks up.
Yep.
Oh boy, man! I got a 37. I don't know if that beats my luck.
That beats your luck. There's a couple of rings, and your father's secretary picks up. Hello. How can I help you?
I'm going to hold the phone up to Mr. Corbin.
Hello, Bethany. It's nice to hear from you. Can you put Paul on the line, please?
Your father is in a meeting, Joseph.
It's incredibly urgent. My life is at risk.
I will certainly try, but he might not be in a good mood.
Can I roll another luck?
Yep, go ahead.
Lily is like right up on that phone so she can hear the other end too.
I got a 25.
Oh, okay.
No.
So after a few moments, you hear Bethany again. He's finishing up his meeting right now, and he says, if you can wait, he'll be there with you, and he is not in a very good mood, so I really hope you're not bringing him another expense.
Oh no, not another expense.
Now, I would like to ask you two folks, my father will be on the line, but it may take just a moment. Do you think we could postpone my pedicure?
I don't know, Doc. What do you think?
Oh, we have enough time for a pedicure in between waiting.
Well, his hands are, they're ready for you.
Make sure
Maybe
the
we
procedure
could
is
just
close.
wait wait a little bit. My father will be here soon. Maybe you could talk to him. My father's a very important man. Lots of money. Lots of money. Maybe
Mr. Corbin,
we
who
could.
are you talking to?
The doctor. The doctor people.
You just hear this audible groan. Mr. Corbin, what have you gotten yourself into again?
They want to give me an involuntary pedicure.
Doctor takes out a scalpel.
Mr. Oh, God.
I think it may be a little more dangerous.
Lilith is going to take the phone from Mr. Corbin. Hello, Bethany, ma'am. You might want to tell Mr. Corbin the first that his son is in a life or death situation, and I'd like to speak with him as soon as possible.
Just actually go ahead and roll me a persuade. Let's call that a persuade.
Okay.
Intimidation? Persuasion?
It's kind of hard to tell.
It's definitely one of those.
Lily kind of just run off the line, baby. Oh, I rolled an 88.
No!
Do you want to push it or do you want to leave it?
No, I'm good with leaving it. I mean, the doctor's ready to do something fun over there, so.
You just hear this sigh. Look, I do not care what kind of friends Mr. Corbin is making, but really, his father does not need another scandal, so please, just tell him that he is not supposed to be making himself made in the papers. And have a good evening. Click.
Oh.
Bethany, do not hang up that phone.
Oh, Mr. Joseph. I'm so sorry to say. She puts a hand over her heart. I'm sorry to say that your daddy will not be answering the phone today. Oh, so tragic, wouldn't you think, Doc? Too busy with his meeting to answer the phone. Squishes Joseph's teeth for his little baby boy, shakes him.
Bethany's a bitch.
I will remember to send her a postcard with a picture of your dead corpse that just says, Bethany, what a bitch.
Well, why don't we turn this sour moment into a delightful learning experience?
I think we have to go to the boss first.
What's the magic word? What?
Please.
Would you like to take a scalpel?
Yeah. Wait. Hold on a minute. 1 second. She's like all super gung-ho to get the scalpel, but then she's like, no. She rushes over to the side of the wall. She grabs her apron. She puts it on. She gets her gloves. She puts them on. She comes back. Okay, got my scalpel. Do you think we should leave him blindfolded or should we open his eyes so he can watch and learn too?
Oh, the blindfold is not necessary now, is it? Besides, I think he'll enjoy the show.
I don't think so. Actually, I think that they will be rather unpleasant to watch.
You sure?
Come now. It's not every day that you get to see a operation up close and very personal.
This is not what I signed up for.
I mean, if you ask nicely, I'll give you a glass of something to drink. You know, first class New Orleans service.
May I please have a glass of orange juice or maybe some appy juice?
You know what? Sir, I kind of like you. So Lilith is going to go rummage around in what she has in her little drink cabinet. You hear the bottles clinking as she's like moving stuff around. She's like, so I don't have apple juice. Clink, 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 clink. No. I have orange liqueur.
That serves just fine.
All right, cool. You want some ice? Yeah, you know what? Hold on, let me just make you a drink. So Lilith's gonna make him some kind of drink that involves orange liqueur. I don't know what that is, but let's go. Fucking go.
All right.
Curacao.
Yeah. Just gonna bring it over to him. Just like, all right.
Yeah.
Now your hands are a little tight up here, so you ready for sippy? Holds the glass up so he can take a sip.
Meanwhile, the doctor has taken a piece of charcoal and started marking little dotted lines in a nice rectangle over Corbin's wrist.
I feel a slug on my wrist, and I do not appreciate it.
Oh, don't worry. These are just markings.
Will you guys roll me a listen, please?
Listen, my goodness.
Listen, who could it be?
Oh no. Okay. I rolled a 68.
I rolled a 31.
Okay.
I
I'm
rolled
not
a
sure
20
if that beats.
or 19.
Okay. Lily, do you want to push that roll? Or spend luck?
15, baby.
All right. So you hear a knock at the door and some moderate cursing as the door opens, and you guys see the group. I don't know. We'll figure out
My
a cool.
grunts, my lackeys, my minions.
The minions, yes, the minions come in carrying Joeseph Corbin's musical instruments.
I see there's a saxophone, there's a guitar, there's an accordion. I feel like
This is what you wanted to know them for.
Yeah, baby. Like I said, I did my homework. Oh, there's the violin. Yeah, that should be everything. Fantastic.
They're unceremoniously dropped to the ground.
No, boys. Unblindfolds Joeseph. Boys, you gotta treat a man's instrument with class, like you would treat a lady.
Lily,
Not a lady like you, ma'am. I would have, if you were my saxophone, I would never touch my lips to that mouthpiece ever again.
wow, what a rude fella.
Oh, Doc, I think this was all the spunk that she was talking about. It's awful bold for a man who's been shot twice. You know, I could just
Lived my time reminds you, okay?
Oh. You've been shot twice.
I think so. The second one I didn't really feel.
I mean, Lily's behind the chair unbuttoning his buttons. Let's see here. I think there was like pop, 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 pop. Oh, here it is, right here. She starts pushing her finger on it.
Ooh.
Ow! Leave it alone, lady.
Oh, and then where's the other one? It's a little bit down. Oh, here it is. And she pushes that one even harder.
Owie!
Interesting.
Does the chair rock? Sorry, go ahead.
No. So
it's bullshit, baby.
Yeah, she should have put this in perspective. So this is like, if you've ever seen the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie with that very creepy dental chair, it's kind of like that.
Okay, wonderful.
in that it's super bolted to the floor. It does have like an arm head thing that can come up from behind it to strap your head and neck into place. She didn't use it on you. She didn't think it was necessary yet.
Time for some biting.
But you are definitely in this chair and not going anywhere.
Wonderful. Awesome.
But while you're as the blindfold is whipped off, though, now you can now see that you're in this delightful room. It is painted blue with golden Art Deco accents painted around it, little stars. There's a mobile that's hanging from the ceiling that's made out of bones. There's a phonograph in the corner with some records, a booze cabinet, lots of tools, some big sinks, some saws, some pliers, lots of tables, and and on one cabinet there's a lot of jars. But I think Shishi had to go to dinner, so
Yes. We can.
So now me and Tatters can do the surgery.
Yes. We could say basically at the
So,
moment.
I'm back.
Oh,
Mind I just say, for two villains such as you, this is an incredibly tacky room.
You could see some of the grunts going, "Oh, he's dead."
Oh my.
You know what? I'm gonna roll. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna roll. I'm just gonna go with it. So as soon as you say it's a tacky room, Lilith displeased, the big frowny face.
Tatters prepares to duck.
Oof. She's gonna grab Joeseph by the jaw and just because she's standing behind him, she's gonna start just pulling his neck sideways until it gets to that point where it doesn't really want to go anymore. And then she just keeps pulling. What was that, little man? He said it was tacky, my playroom.
Sorry. Let me rephrase. Shittily decorated.
Is there a composure check?
I will say, roll me a sanity check.
Okay, I was gonna say that or POW, I guess, because I'd be willpower. I rolled a 40.
A 40. We will say that you managed to regain your composure. You don't want to ruin the plaything too early, obviously.
Tatters, give me the knife.
Very good. I've marked out the cutting lines.
As soon as she gets the knife, she plunges it into where that bullet wound was.
Ooh.
Just.
Go ahead and roll me a con, please, Joeseph.
I'm probably gonna die. I only have 4 hit points left.
So how I'm gonna, since we're already jumping into the torture part, what I'm thinking we're gonna run with is I'm gonna have you roll Constitution checks when the situation allows. If you pass, you don't lose any health points. If you fail, you lose 1.
Hey Beth.
Yeah.
I crit failed. I rolled 100.
Oh. Go ahead and dock 2 health points.
All right, sick. Let's go. Halfway down already, baby.
Maybe. So after Lilith has plunged this knife into your old bullet wound, she takes a deep breath. She's like, really listening to that scream of pain. She's like, rips it back out, looks at Tatters. Okay, I'm ready for my lesson now, Tatters.
You can hurt me all you like. It doesn't change your terrible taste in decoration. Sobbing through that sentence.
Better a tacky sense of decoration than to be abandoned by my father when I'm on the edge of life. He didn't even come to the phone for you, Mr. Corbin.
I bet you don't even know your father, you wench.
Ooh. You just kind of, you're seeing the gangsters who, they're just kind of like, wow, this man's ready to die. This is amazing. It's fantastical.
Goes to get her stool. She brings it back up, and she's smiling now. She is just grinning. She's like, "Oh, my parents have been dead for forever. Don't worry about them. Bloody ashes. They won't be bothering nobody. Not you. Definitely not me."
Or
What?
does someone have a little repressed trauma?
Repressed trauma. I don't know the meaning of that word. But I'm here to ask you questions, and I would really like to have a nice medical lesson. Doc, I see you've marked out his wrist. Why is that?
Oh, it's a far outdated medical practice now, but once upon a time, there used to be a method of being able to control the actuation of the fingers and the tendons by stretching them slightly over time. Now, this is quite a painful procedure, but doing it over relatively an hour might strengthen you, or might very well snap your tendons altogether.
Interesting.
First, we must take the layer of skin off of his wrists, thereby exposing the tendons, after which
So do we
tie
need
them together.
the forceps for this, or like the big T-pin needles to keep the flaps back? What would you recommend?
Oh, this will be a full removal of the skin.
Oh, we're just cutting it straight off.
Yes.
Is this gonna hurt?
Very much so.
Now, I have taken one wrist, and you the other. You can follow along as you please.
All right.
Take your time.
I will do my best, Doc. She's going to take his charcoal and mark out in a mimicry of what he did on Joseph's other wrist.
Oh, he made that side specifically for you. He doesn't need the charcoal.
Oh.
Tatters has done this more than a few times.
Now, Mr. Corbin, at this point, I would add the anesthesia when needed. However, that was not included in your manicure package. So, I suggest taking a deep breath now, as the doctor will slice into his skin.
Oh, go ahead.
As the doctor slices into his skin, The last words to exit Joseph Corbin's mouth are, "Oh, oh, blue and gold is still a very tacky color scheme." And then he passes out.
Says,
Okay. You know what? You know what? You know what? Lilith is just like bristling. She's like, Doc, can you excuse me a minute? And she gingerly puts the scalpel down. And then she goes over to his instruments and she looks at him. And then she grabs the accordion, she pulls it out really, really long, and she just starts curb stomping the shit out of it. She starts curb stomping the shit out of this accordion, and you just hear it dying, wheezing as the bellow is busted. And
oh yeah,
and then
the minions they're holding it out. They're making sure that Lilith's got perfect space on getting all the wheezing.
And then once the accordion is busted, she grabs the violin and she just smashes it. Just like boom, and then crash, 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 crash.
I can only imagine the goons in the background. Like, no, Bosch, the store's instruments, Bosch. The room looks great, Bosch. Don't you worry about it.
They're letting Lily get out her anger. One of them's just like, give him what the guy's wearing. He's got no room to talk.
Right.
So Lily will gather up the parts of the accordion and violin, though, and she's going to go take them to her big metal, like, deep bass and sing. She dunks them in there, and then she goes up to her liquor cabinet, and she gets a bottle that's pretty empty, and she just empties it, and then there's just, like, Tatters can hear the sound of click, 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 as she gets her lighter to start, and then she sets them on fire inside of her metal sink. And she's just, like, heavy breathing, looking at this fire, just like, okay. All right. Okay. I'm good. I'm fine. She breathes in the scent of burning wood and just fabric and stuff. And she's like, okay. She comes and sits back down, takes the scalpel. Okay, so I need to cut off this part, right?
Very good. Very good.
She cuts off the part.
Yeah. Little flap of skin just. Oh, we lost our boy.
Yeah, dinner time.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So we removed the skin, and I see all of his little ligaments.
Mhm.
All those little ligaments.
Let's take a little bit of wire and just very gingerly wrap around them. Get them in one big circle. We'll perform what's called a surgeon's knot. 3 around, and 3 around the other way. Tighten gently, and then we pull. And
Lily doing her best to not be super violent because she does also want to impress the doc. So she follows his instructions to the T. Maybe a little bit too tight, but
Now, while he's knocked out, let's have a little bit of work on the jaw. Be a shame if I didn't get to wire his jaw after all this.
Oh. Do you need me to strap his head in, Doc?
Perhaps not. Though I will need you to get the drill from my bag.
Okie dokie.
So I position Mr. Corbin in a good spot where his head can rest on the headrest. Peel back his lips. Find a good spot to put the plates on.
Lily brings him the drill. So is this like one of those little old-fashioned hand drills?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, fantastic.
Now, if you would, Lilith, direct the drill bit into that hole into the plate. We can get through his jaw that way.
So I just put it here and just start drilling?
That's right. Put as much pressure as possible.
She starts.
Roll me a strength, please.
Yeah. 28.
All right, it goes well. It goes through the way it's supposed to.
Got it.
Very good. Now, a few bolts here. A bit of tightening here. Need a little bit of wire. It's going to start stretching the wires over the prongs. Taking a... Do you have, what was her name?
What?
Your pliers.
Oh. Are you asking about Lucy?
Yes.
She reaches into her pocket. She's very good at her job, Doc. Take good care of her.
I will. Thank you. As Doc takes the remaining wire that's already been coiled up and starts tightening the jaw closer, 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 till the teeth are just tightly pressing against each other.
Ooh.
And just for a little added bonus, he's going to take the wire that is held between the two wrists, create a large loop between them, and have it snugly placed in one of the barbs in the jaw. His fists are clenched as the tendons are holding tight, and his teeth are wired shut.
You know, Doc, I feel like we should take a picture of this so we can remember it.
Mm-hmm.
This is some real, she like gestures out. This is some real artistry. It's brutal, but efficient. Like, it's brutal, but beautiful, macabre.
Only one thing that would add to this. Now, I would need you on the camera for just a moment, as I get the smelling salts ready.
Oh. Oh, I gotta go with the camera. She goes and gets it. She's like, where is that blasted thing? Looks around for it, Oh, here it is. Yeah. No, that's the battery with jumper cables, the blowtorch, my scissors. Oh, here it is. Got it.
Very good. Now I'm going to wake Mr. Corbin up. And when he opens his eyes and tries to scream through his teeth, light the powder and take the picture.
Oh, I hope I get a good one. I've never been a photographer. Tatters. She gets it all set up. And she's like, okay, I think I'm ready.
Good. And he cracks the capsule into his hands and starts putting it in front of Corbin's nose.
All right. Corbin's eyes kind of flutter open as he's realizing, oh crap, why am I awake? Why am I in a lot of pain? His eyes widen in horror as he tries to scream but cannot.
Lily snaps the photo. Do I need to roll anything to see if I actually get it?
Nah. I'll let you have it.
Aw. I mean, I'm gonna get a souvenir regardless. Don't worry about that.
Well, you get the picture, and then Joeseph Corbin immediately blacks the fuck out again.
Doc.
Yes.
This is tacky.
He takes a look around the room. No, I find it quite cheerful.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. Rich people, they don't know good shit if it bit them in the ass.
They tend to have a very odd taste in many things.
I mean, look at this disguise. What did he draw that on with? A marker?
I believe so.
Lily gets rubbing alcohol. Scrubs his face. Ugh. God, I don't even do disguises, and this is pretty bad.
Could have been better. Could have had a better mustache. I was never one for disguises or any sort of theatrics, but I'd say this was probably the worst.
Doc, is that a smile on your face?
But perhaps.
All right. So, we've now attached his jaw to his wrists. And he said we had to stretch these out, right?
Yes, gravity can do that on its own for a little while. In the meantime, should we work on some pedicure?
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, that wasn't actually my intention for the day. But looks over at the burning instruments, just like, I should probably put that out, huh?
I mean, you've got
I
minions.
take it.
They're just kind of standing there with the instruments, kind of awkwardly, like, "Yep, we're watching Lil at work."
Interesting.
Don't y'all have something better to do?
No.
Would either of you mind taking those instruments and dousing them with water? As
Yes.
well, this room is filling up with smoke. Open a window.
Yes, Doc. And so two of the grunts head over to go take care of the burning stuff. Another one goes to go grab or to open some ventilation. One of them does kind of gesture to the instruments that aren't destroyed yet. They're like, what do you want?
Those can get put on my table over there.
On it. And very quickly.
She's watching them put out the fire, and she's so sad. She's just like, oh.
Yep. And then after a couple of minutes of that, they get that cleaned up. They get the vent going. They put the instrument in the proper way, and they're just kind of like, we'll sit outside or something. Because clearly you don't need us anymore. And they kind of make their way out.
I'll call you if I need you. Thank you, boys.
Welcome, Lil. Have fun.
Always do.
And then they're gone, and you are left with the out cold Corbin.
Lily, weight on one hip, just doing the think, doing a thunk, staring.
Lilith, may I ask for your expertise in something?
Yeah, what is it, Doc?
I am familiar with the particular action one dislodges a kneecap from its leg.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could give me a demonstration.
What, you want me to dislocate his knee?
With the saxophone.
You want me to dislocate his knee with the sax? She starts thinking. A smile starts curling up one side of her lips. Dislocating his knee with the saxophone. Dislocating his knee with the saxophone! She goes to get it. She does like a couple, like, you know, when you're testing it for a baseball bat swing, like where your follow through is going to be. She's like, no, this angle, no. She puts it down. She unhooks his leg, just the one leg. She picks it back up. She's like, God, I wish this was the problem solver. And just whack. Right into his kneecap at just the right angle. She's like, you know what? That felt really good. I'm going to do it again. Whack.
Ooh.
And just for good measure, whack. Really trying to dent that fucking saxophone.
Tatters is watching with a smile and intentive interest.
You know, Tatters, this isn't the best tool for the job, but it did feel good. Do you want to try? Come on, you showed me how to do something. It's my turn to show you how to do something. Come here.
Very well.
Except for the saxophone, no good anymore. 1 second. So she goes and she gets him a nice, hefty crowbar. It's not too big. It's actually pretty small, all things considered.
I mean, for a guy who's got a 40 strength, it'll be perfect.
Yeah. As she's doing this, the doctor takes off his jacket and starts rolling up his sleeves.
Lily turns around, sees this, pauses. Well, Doc, what's this?
Well, it's been a while since I've used excessive force like this. Maybe the best control was without too much baggage from my clothes. So,
Doc, I'm so proud. All right. So she puts she like comes up behind him, grabs his, like reaches around his lanky ass body, puts the crowbar in his hand. She's like, all right, you want to put your grip like this and this. She's like all snuggled up behind him, hands over his. She's like, all right, you comfy? You see how your hands are, how your fists are around it, right? This is a really good position for something this small.
I see.
Because it's all about the leverage.
Wondered how it looks so easy. So.
Well, I just have a lot of practice.
Practice does make perfect.
So when you swing, and she's kind of like slowly working him through the like motion, it's like this, but faster, harder, and keep your eye where you want to hit. So if you want to hit his head, You look at his head. If you want to get his elbow, you look at that elbow. You want to get that juicy, bruised kneecap? That's where you got to keep your eyes at. Soon you'll just get a knack for it and won't even have to look anymore. But as a starter, that's how I would recommend you do it.
Thank you.
She's got to step away, let him have his space.
Yeah.
Giddy, she's like going over to her seat so she can watch. And she's like,
Tatters is swinging up almost like he's going for a golf stroke, keeping an eye on the kneecap. And then, whack!
There's a nice, lovely crunch sound.
Tatters, what a sight. I'm so proud. Though you do need to choke up a little bit on when you get to it. You're a little sloppy at the end there, but it's your first time, so it's a good start. So how did that feel? Did it feel like it was maybe too short for you? Do you want me to get the longer one? Or you want to keep practicing with that one?
This one seems well suited. An interesting tool. It's got a good bit of leverage towards the end. As he reaches back and starts going for the second kneecap.
Oh. You know, Doc, I think you're going to give me an arrhythmia.
Well, I do learn from the best.
I am very good at violence. And fire. Fire and violence. 2 top skills. That and pleasant conversation.
Indeed. Reaches up for another.
No, Doc, don't get too ahead of yourself. You're gonna jostle all the hard work you did on his jaw and his wrists if you keep that up.
Ah, true.
I mean, unless we're just gonna murder him. We could. We did get permission.
We did. It was unfortunate that his father did not call back. Could have made a good bit of bonus money from that.
We could have bought some new supplies, some new toys. Maybe added more gold to stuff to make it even more tacky, you know. But alas, no bonuses for us in our field of work, Tatters.
Except the souvenirs we find along the way.
That's true. Do you think we could take his heart? I am starting to amass a collection. It seems like every time we work together, Tatters, we get a new one. She leans across the table, bats her eyelashes. So when are you going to give me yours, Tatters?
Light blush from Tatters. The heart can be arranged, yes. I did bring those tools.
She just got the most cat, shading grin. Aw, another time then. Well, let's see. So what's on our agenda? Take his heart. I can make another specimen jar. You know, I don't think I have an artist's fingers or a musician's fingers yet from my collection. I've got lots of petty criminals, lots of thugs and bouncers. I think I had one ship or a guy who worked on the docks, but I don't have a musician yet. And I am getting better at wiring the bones back together to make little hands.
I
Could
suppose both
make one
hands
for you
could
for
be.
your practice. You know, a nice little display. Something for you to take so you can remember our fun times together.
That could be enjoyable. Though I have a specimen in mind.
Oh.
It will take some work, but it can be arranged. Tatters looks at the clenched jaw of Mr. Corbin.
So I suppose, do we want to get start doing the collection?
Yes.
The harvest one would say.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that Joeseph Corbin does not get to be anymore.
Unfortunate. Although we will do him in the way that I think Lilith will like.
Oh.
So from the doctor's tool bag, he pulls out a few sets of needles, and then he produces one very long needle. It's about a foot long. You recognize this one as the one used for spinal tapping.
Dog, you shouldn't have get the same one we used on our first job together. Look. And she points up to her mobile where there's a lone rib that's strung with all the other bones. I have something from our first trip, too. Tell me sentimental.
Oh, delightful. So, if you allow me, I have a suggestion.
I'm all ears.
Exactly. As he goes over to Mr. Corbin and lines the needle up towards his ear, pointing it directly into the canal. Would you by chance have a good hammer around?
Oh boy, do I. She goes over to her
Yeah.
little pegboard wall and you see lots of hammers and she finds the perfect specimen for the job. She tests the weight of it and she brings it back. She's like, will this do for you, Doc?
Perfect. Now, here's the test. I will line up the needle, and you must hit it directly into his skull to where it pierces through the other side of his ear canal.
You mean like all the way through?
All the way through.
Ooh. She kind of wiggles. She's like, ooh, I've never done that before. I always experience something new when you're around, Doc. And she's ready. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Very good. I have it aligned. It just waits for your strike. Strike hard, strike true, and strike with confidence.
She does all those things when given the opportunity.
All right, let's roll strength. I feel like that's a good.
I rolled a 57 out of 75.
Yeah, you succeed pretty easily.
Just it'll go right through his skull.
Oh, is that brain matter? Doc, how could you? This is just so gross. Look at him. Just an atrocious mess with his flannel.
Indeed. It's not even a very good flannel. Thin. No good to keep the cold out of this. Ugh. But very good job there, Lilith.
Oh, thanks, Doc. You too. It's always a pleasure working with you.
Now, shall we work on the hands?
Yes, absolutely. Let's go. I want to fillet all these little fingers. And for this, whatever Doc had planned, she's on her own path now. She gets her like cutesy little knife that's, really good for those long, skinny cuts. And she just gets in there. Starts peeling it off.
I mean, it doesn't matter to Corbin. He's dead.
While she's doing that, the doc is going to go over to his medical bag and pull out his amputation saw. And he's going to put it just under Corbin's nose. And cut a direct line over his jaw.
All right.
So, like, into his face? Like, horizontally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what you doing up there, Doc? Lily peeling the skin off of the bones and the ligaments and the fingers. It's very intricate work.
It's the first time I've tried proper dental work. I'm impressed with the way that the plates stayed inside the jawline. I think I will take this as my own little souvenir.
What, his jaw?
His jaw. His whole jaw.
Well, if you ever need, I do know a guy who's got a lot of those bugs that just eat all the flesh and stuff off of bodies. So they'll clean it right up for you.
Very good. I would like
that. Not a big fan of bugs, but they got their use. And they do their job well.
Indeed. So, little quiet moment as we get our little murder monsters to enjoy collecting their little treats.
Our little rewards.
Yup.
We're parallel playing. Little murderous parallel play. Lily collects all of the carpals and metacarpals, knuckles, joints out of the hands. She puts them on little tiny trays labeled left and right so she knows which ones go where. She's like, okay. Well, Doc. What are you doing the rest of the night?
Well, I was planning on going out for dinner tonight, if you would like to join me.
I would like that very much. We could go catch a movie after.
That would be delightful. But
you were telling me that there was a new horror movie coming out, or suspense or whatever.
Ooh.
You like those, right?
Indeed. I haven't had much time to go to the theater recently, so I appreciate going to see what's new and terrifying.
Well, if you get scared, you can always hold on to my arm.
Offer is greatly appreciated. Now, should we get a heart from Mr. Corbin before we leave?
Oh my gosh, how could I forget? Yep. Do we want to do it cleanly or messy? I kind of do want to. I am really famished now that we're talking about it.
Well, they are quite deceased. Let us expedite this a little bit. May I see that hammer?
She hands it over. Oh, Doc, before you do the thing, you should probably roll up your sleeves a little bit so you don't get blood on them.
Ah, very good. Thank you. As he goes to feel each individual rib on Mr. Corbin, and with a swift strike, whack, 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 whack. Trying to split every rib that he has on that side. He's going to take his scalpel and gently follow the lines of cracks. Give a good little cut around the cracks, underneath it, and above it, so he can open up his chest like a book. You have your specimen jar ready?
As you were, we'll just say that as you were cracking open the ribs, she did get everything ready to go, but there was a lot of pausing because she was real distracted. Not every day she gets to see this calm, collected man just go apeshit. Little pink about the ears. It's like, yeah, here it is.
Very good. A few more cuts and... There you are. The heart of one Joeseph Corbin.
You know what? I think I'm going to make him the tackiest display Tatters. So just decked out in blue and gold and Art Deco.
Delightful.
Right next to his saxophone. I think I could do that for him at least.
A nice little send-off to our little disguised man.
So sad.
So sad. Perhaps we should see if we can get a double of that photo, send it to his father.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we play this out right, Tatters, we could make them think that Joseph's still alive. Get the money anyways.
Ooh, I like it.
Do you want to be a little bit political? Have a little side business?
Interesting proposition. Let us discuss it over dinner.
Oh, fantastic. Here, let me just... She, like, whips off of her... she, like, hangs up her apron, puts up her gloves, takes the hoses them down, because her... She's like, Doc, did you want to get your stuff hosed down? You good?
Probably a good idea. Don't want the flies around again.
Yeah, you can always come back for it later. You know where to find them. She like, as soon as he puts them up, she like cleans them down, leaves them hanging up so they can dry while they're away at dinner and the movies. All right, let's go.
All right.
Let's be on our way.
I think with that is the end of the session.
Oh, before we leave, I would like to call Miss Swan and let her know the deed is done.
All right.
Mr. Corbin II will not be bothering you any longer.
Glad to hear that, Lily.
Terrible song.
Glad to hear that, Lily. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Click.
Yep. That's the end of the session. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Dun, dun, dun.
Bye.
Good night.